दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा चैनल, बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करें जिससे लेटेस्ट वीडियो अपडेट आपको मिल सके।
As an administrator, ensuring that your G Suite domain is configured with the most optimal security settings is important. Data being created and shared by your users needs to be protected, and you also want to ensure the security of individual users' accounts. There are additional settings and steps you can take to ensure your organization's data and users are secure. G Suite provides you with tools and settings that can increase security for your organization. In the following lessons, we will show you how to modify the basic security settings and user security settings within G Suite. We will also go over some of the best practices you can use at your organization.
दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा चैनल, बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करें जिससे लेटेस्ट वीडियो अपडेट आपको मिल सके।
There are some basic security settings you can enable and adjust to improve the overall security of your G Suite instance. To access the basic security settings, first click on the Security control. Next, click on Basic Settings. Password strength allows you to adjust the minimum and maximum required length for users' passwords. It is recommended to keep the minimum to at least 8 characters. Optionally, you can allow your non-admin users to recover their own passwords in case they forget them. To do this, click the Enable/Disable Non-Admin User Password Recovery link, then check the box next to Enable Non-Admin User Password Recovery, then click Save Changes. Please note that if your domain uses Single Sign-On (SSO) or two-step verification, this option will not be available. Two-step verification requires users to enter a verification code from their mobile device in addition to their password when accessing G Suite accounts. It is recommended to allow users to turn on two-step verification as it greatly enhances the security of individual user accounts. If you go to the advanced settings to enforce two-step verification, you can make it required for specific organizational units or the entire organization. If you'd like to give your users time to configure their accounts for two-step verification, select Turn on Enforcement from Date and specify an enforcement date in this box. You can then notify your users about the policy change and enforcement date. You can require your users to begin using two-step verification immediately by selecting Turn on Enforcement Now. With this enabled, when a user logs in who hasn't enabled two-step verification yet, they will be directed to install the Google Authenticator application on their mobile devices, which allows them to generate verification codes. Some third-party apps use sign-in technology that is not as secure as others, which can make your account vulnerable. G Suite domain administrators can control access to these apps for different organizational units. In the section Less Secure Apps, click the link Go to Settings for Less Secure Apps. In the window that opens, your list of organizational units will be displayed in the left sidebar. Click the organizational unit to which you wish to apply the setting. By default, the box to allow access to less secure apps is checked. If you wish to deny this organizational unit to be able to access less secure apps, remove the check from the box by clicking on it. If you had selected a sub-organization, as you unchecked the box, you will notice a button appear that says Use Inherited. Clicking this button will apply the settings of the parent group or domain to your selected group. When you have made the necessary changes to the organizational unit, click Save at the bottom of the window. Congratulations! You now have a good understanding of how to modify the basic security settings for your organization.
दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा चैनल, बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करें जिससे लेटेस्ट वीडियो अपडेट आपको मिल सके।
As an administrator, you have the ability to audit and review the security for an individual user. To review user security from within the user's control, first click on a user. Click on Show More. click on Security. Here you can review the security settings for this individual user to ensure their account is secure. Two-step verification allows you to see if the user has two-step verification enabled. You can help a user recover access to their account by disabling two-step verification or showing them their backup verification codes. Password Strength will show you the length of the user's password and give it a strength rating. This is helpful if you want to ensure the user has a strong password set. Application-specific passwords can be generated to grant access for third-party applications to access the user's account. You will see a list of them here. Authorized Access will show you which Google or third-party applications the user has granted data access to and which scopes of data the applications have access to. It is useful to review the access levels for third-party applications as your organization may need to comply with rules around how your data is shared. If there is a suspicious login session on a user account, they will be asked to verify their identity. You can disable the login challenge for this specific user for 10 minutes. This may be useful if the user is unable to verify their identity and is locked out of their account. Congratulations! You now have a good understanding of how to review security for an individual user.
दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा चैनल, बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करें जिससे लेटेस्ट वीडियो अपडेट आपको मिल सके.
As an administrator managing G Suite for your organization, you have a responsibility to ensure that an appropriate level of security is defined to keep your users and data safe. Out of the box, G Suite is a secure solution. However, there are additional steps you can take to further increase and improve the level of security across the entire system. User accounts can be hijacked by malware, phishing, viruses, or other means. Enforcing a two-step verification for user accounts is a great step in combating these possible threats. It makes it a lot more difficult for an account to be hijacked when two-step verification is enabled, simply because the hijacker would require not only the user's password, but their physical mobile device as well. You can learn how to enable two-step verification in the Modify Basic Security Settings lesson. Mobile devices can be secured with passcodes to further increase security by adding another layer of authentication before a user can access two-step verification codes. You can enforce passcodes on mobile devices, and we cover this in detail in the Device Management section of training. If you suspect any users might have improper security settings on their individual accounts, you can review their individual security settings to check for two-step verification, password strength, and data access they have granted to third-party applications. Your email system is also at risk by spammers trying to forge or spoof your domain's from address to make spam look like it came from your organization. You can enable additional anti-spoofing features to authenticate mail sent from your domain. Click here to learn more about email authentication. Press play to continue the lesson. In the Reports control, you can also generate reports for user behavior, such as user interaction with email, or if your users are using any third-party applications to access their email. You can also generate a two-step verification enrollment report, which provides a CSV file containing all the users with two-step verification enabled and enforced. You can learn how to access and use reports in the Reports and Alerts section of training. Congratulations! You now know some of the best practices for security to keep your organization's users